All right, hosers, welcome back again to another video. And yes, once again, today's topic is good old Freeland, right? She has been in the news, okay? Now, Freeland, this is my question. It's based on her, all right? Why is her so-called legacy a total liberal disaster? This is my hoser take. No spin, just facts with a conservative edge. Now, the front bench panel tries to spin her big time as a powerhouse, okay? A powerhouse. Kuzma, Ukraine, childcare. But even they admit she'll be remembered most for ending Justin Trudeau. For me, what I really remember about Freeland, you remember when she laughed by closing Canadian bank accounts? You remember that? That was just horrible what she did to those families. And she was proud of it. I'll always remember that. Now, Liberals call it positive while Canada suffers. Poilievre is ready to clean up all this mess. Carney's crew is once again out of touch, right? Let's hoser all this up. Now, here's the deal. This comes from a front bench panel discussion on the news, all right? Sabrina Grover, one of the panelists, calls Freeland a real powerhouse, respected across the aisle, key in Kuzma negotiations, and standing up against Putin in Ukraine, and bringing in national child care. Melanie, another panelist, says she disagreed with Freeland on the economy. Rightly so, because Freeland had no clue about the economy, but respected her fortitude on Ukraine. Yet, she's going to be remembered for bringing down Trudeau. And that is the one good thing that she did help do, bring down that clown. Carl, another panelist, says her resignation letter that she gave was the most scalding in history. She complained about the same gimmicks that she pushed as finance minister. And now Liberals are all happy because they're now 2 seats from a majority. All thanks to her, right? Now, here's the real hoser take. Freeland's legacy, without questions, a disaster of Liberal failures. As finance minister, which she had no right to be, no experience whatsoever, she backed massive spending that drove up inflation. She also backed massive debt and high costs crushing families, yours and mine, right? She didn't stop the gimmicks that she later criticized in her letter. Her resignation triggered by-elections that exposed Liberal desperation for power. Now, Carney's government spins it. They spin it as a positive, while Canada struggles with, guess what? Weak growth and economic pain. That's what we all feel across this nation, weak growth and economic pain. Poilievre is ready to fix this mess. The Conservatives want to cut wasteful spending to balance our budgets. He wants to axe the carbon tax completely to help lower bills and make businesses competitive again. He wants to build those pipelines right away in the energy sector for great jobs and secure exports. He also wants to build mines that we have a lot of resources and get those out there for more great jobs. That's real results. Ending the hypocrisy and putting us Canadians first. Liberals, man. Liberals are like a guy, okay? Like a guy who wrecks the economy and brags about the paint job. Poilievre, well, he's the one ready to rebuild it all right, okay? Now, if you look at my board there, I wrote up there, and I know probably some of you guys were laughing at it, Freeland legacy, okay? Freeland legacy. This is all about the powerhouse spin, right? But the real story is failures. That's the real story about Freeland's legacy. Failures on the economy, on the debt. But I'll give it to her, one good thing, she helped get rid of Trudeau, okay? Now here's the real hoser view. Freeland's legacy is without question a Liberal disaster. Inflation, all those gimmicks, weakness. Poilievre and the Conservatives are focused on the fixes. Cut waste for budgets, no carbon tax whatsoever, pipelines, mines, right, for jobs. So in conclusion, Freeland's legacy is, like I just mentioned, without question, a Liberal disaster. She basically wrecked the economy. She helped wreck the economy. She was finance minister. Wrecked the economy, right? Canada needs Poilievre and the Conservatives' real fixes. We need that. We need all this waste to help our budgets gotten removed. Basically cut waste for budgets. He wants to axe lots of taxes for relief for us. He wants to build those pipelines, get those mines in the ground, and get those resources out to the world, right? Diversify. That's what he wants to do. So, really, Freeland's legacy, what do you think? In my opinion, her legacy was a complete failure. One highlight, I got to say it again, she did help bring down Trudeau. That's the one thing that she's probably going to be remembered most for. But like I said earlier, the thing that I remember most for was what she did to those Canadian citizens by closing their bank accounts and laughed about it. I was horrified with that. Anyways, that's my briefing.